Good afternoon or good evening, football fans. Big Al here on this Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, and welcome to the Week 9 College Football Rankings, where we'll be taking a look at both the AP Top 25 and the AFCA Coaches Polls entering Week 9 of the 2025 college football season. I have another video coming up after this. We'll look at the Week 9 college football television schedule and the announcers for each game. So that'll be coming up soon, so stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. And here we go with the Associated Press Top 25 College Football Poll for Week 9. I don't know why that did that, but there we go. Okay, so there is no change at number 1. That is still the Ohio State Buckeyes. 7-0 record, 1,643 points, and 60 first-place votes. They went into Camp Randall and pitched a 34-0 shutout against the Wisconsin Badgers, and the top-ranked Buckeyes are off this week. Moving up one spot to number 2, you have the Indiana Hoosiers. 7-0 record, 1,583 points, and 6 first-place votes. They defeated Michigan State 38-13, and this week they'll host a hot UCLA team. Up one spot to number 3 are the Texas A&M Aggies. 7-0 record, 1,499 points. They defeated Arkansas in a thriller, 45-42. I think that game went into overtime. And they have another test on the road this week at LSU. We'll tell you where the Tigers landed in just a moment. Moving up 2 spots to number 4 are the Alabama Crimson Tide. 6-1 record, 1,463 points. They defeated then 11th ranked Tennessee 37-20. This week, they'll travel to South Carolina to face the Gamecocks. Up 4 spots to number 5 are the Georgia Bulldogs. 6-1 record, 1,360 points. They beat the previous number 5 team, the Ole Miss Rebels, 43-35, and they are off this week. And I'll tell you where the Rebels fell shortly. Moving up 2 spots to number 6, the Oregon Ducks. 6-1 record, 1,317 points. They destroyed Rutgers 56-10. This week they'll host the Wisconsin Badgers, currently sitting at the bottom of the Big Ten. Moving up 5 spots to number 7, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. 7-0 record, 1,143 points. They defeated Duke at Durham this week, 27-18. And next up, the Syracuse Orange. The aforementioned Ole Miss Running Rebels are down 3 spots to number 8. 6-1 record, 1,119 points after their 43-35 loss at Georgia. And they have another tough test coming up as they visit the Oklahoma Sooners. I'll tell you where they landed shortly. Down 7 spots to number 9, the Miami Hurricanes. 5-1 record, 1,073 points. They, of course, lost at home to Louisville last Friday night, 24-21. This week, they'll host Stanford. The biggest jump in the AP poll goes to the Vanderbilt Commodores, up 7 spots to number 10. 6-1 record, 1,031 points. They defeated LSU 31-24. LSU at the time ranked 10th. This week, they'll host the Missouri Tigers in another ranked game. We'll tell you where the Tigers are in just a bit. The BYU Cougars are up 4 spots to number 11. 7-0 record, 975 points. They won the Holy War against then 23rd ranked Utah, 24-21. This week they visit Iowa State. Up 1 spot to number 12, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 5-2 record, 964 points. They defeated then 20th ranked USC 34-24, and they are off this week. Moving up one spot to number 13 are the Oklahoma Sooners. 6-1 record, 882 points. They blew out South Carolina 26-7, and this week they'll host the 8th ranked Running Rebels of Ole Miss. Dropping 7 spots to number 14 are the Texas Tech Red Raiders. 6-1 record, 782 points. They, of course, were upset victims last week at Arizona State, 26-22, as they lost that one. Now they'll host Oklahoma State in a bounce-back game. Moving up a spot to number 15 are the Missouri Tigers. 6-1 record, 748 points. They beat Auburn 23-17 at Jordan-Hare, and this week they're off to Nashville to face 10th-ranked Vanderbilt. Moving up 2 spots to number 16, the Virginia Cavaliers. 6-1 record and 624 points. They held off Washington State, winning 22-20, and this week they'll face Bill Belichick and his North Carolina Tar Heels. Dropping 6 spots to number 17 are the Tennessee Volunteers. 5-2 record, 527 points. They, of course, lost at Alabama 37-20, and this week they'll visit Kentucky. Up 1 spot to number 18 are the South Florida Bulls. 6-1 record, 501 points. They blew out Florida Atlantic 48-13. Now they'll face a Memphis team that was ranked last week. All right, that brings us to the first of our 4 newcomers in the AP poll this week, starting with the Louisville Cardinals at number 19. 5-1 record, 458 points. They, of course, upset number 2 Miami at Hard Rock Stadium 24-21. This week they'll host Boston College. The biggest drop in the AP poll goes to the LSU Tigers, tumbling 10 spots to number 20. 5-2 record, 388 points. They, of course, lost at Vanderbilt 31-24, and this week they'll host 3rd-ranked Texas A&M. Up 3 spots to number 21 are the Cincinnati Bearcats. 6-1 record, 350 points. The Bearcats won easily at Oklahoma State 49-17, and this week they'll host the Baylor Bears. Slipping a spot to number 22 are the Texas Longhorns. 5-2 record, 318 points. They moved down despite a 16-13 win at Kentucky, and this week they'll travel to Starkville to battle Mississippi State. And then the remaining 3 spots are all by newcomers, and all 3 have been in the polls before. Starting off with the Illinois Fighting Illini at number 23. 5-2 record, 168 points. They were off last week. They're back at it in week 9 as they visit the Washington Huskies up in Seattle. Also back in the AP poll are the Arizona State Sun Devils at number 24. 5-2 record, 155 points. They, of course, pulled the upset against then 7th-ranked Texas Tech 26-22, and this week they'll host a very tough Houston team. And also returning to the AP poll after 1 week out are the Michigan Wolverines at number 25. 5-2 record, 123 points. They used a strong second half to defeat Washington 24-7. This week, it's off to East Lansing to face their in-state rivals, the Michigan State Spartans. Others receiving votes include the USC Trojans at 97 points. They were one of the 4 teams that dropped from the AP rankings. They were at number 20 last week. The Utah Utes, who were at number 23 before the loss to BYU, they have 40 points. Next is the Tulane Green Wave with 37 points. The Houston Cougars with 34 points. Next, the Navy midshipman with 28 points. After that, the San Diego State Aztecs with 7 points. James Madison Colonials with 6 points. Boise State Broncos with 4 points. The TCU Horned Frogs with 2 points. And the Minnesota Golden Gophers with 1 point. The other teams that dropped from the AP this week are the aforementioned Memphis Tigers, previously at number 22, and the Nebraska Cornhuskers, previously at number 25. Neither are getting points in the AP this week. All right, now let's jump on over to the AFCA coaches poll for week 9. And just like in the AP, there is no change at the top, with Ohio State claiming the number 1 spot. 7-0 record, 1,625 points, and all 65 first place votes. Up a spot to number 2 is Indiana, 7-0 record, 1,549 points. Also up 1 spot to number 3 is Texas A&M, 7-0 record, and 1,470 points. Up 2 spots to number 4 is Alabama, 6-1 record, 1,408 points. Georgia is up 2 spots as well to number 5, 6-1 record, 1,358 points. Jumping 3 spots to number 6 is Oregon, 6-1 record, 1,302 points. Georgia Tech moves up 5 spots to number 7, 7-0 record, 1,153 points. Ole Miss drops 3 spots to number 8, 6-1 record, 1,110 points. Miami took a 7-point drop to number 9, 5-1 record, 1,027 points. Up 4 to number 10 is BYU, 7-0 record, 990 points. Up 2 to number 11 is Oklahoma, 6-1 record, 960 points. Vanderbilt has the biggest jump in the coaches poll this week as they moved up 6 spots to number 12. 6-1 record, 902 points. Both Notre Dame and Missouri are up 2 spots from last week. Notre Dame moves to number 13, 5-2 record, 872 points, while Missouri moved up to 14, 6-1 record, 778 points. Texas Tech took a tumble. They're down 7 spots to number 15, 6-1 record, and 738 points. What's up, Cajun and Anna? How y'all doing? Up 3 spots to number 16 is Virginia, 6-1 record, 528 points. Down 6 spots to 17 is Tennessee, 5-2 record, 523 points. Slipping a spot down to 18 is Texas, 5-2 record, 483 points. And that's despite the victory at Kentucky. LSU also has the biggest drop in the coaches poll as they fell 9 spots to number 19. 5-2 record, 451 points. South Florida and Cincinnati are both up 3 spots. South Florida moves to number 20 with a 6-1 record and 393 points, while Cincinnati is up to 21 with a 6-1 record and 355 points. Louisville is one of 3 newcomers in the coaches poll this week at number 22. 5-1 record, 336 points. Up a couple to number 23 is Illinois. 5-2 record, 192 points, and the remaining 2 teams are back in the coaches poll this week. Michigan is at number 24, 5-2 record, 175 points, and Arizona State is at number 25, 5-2 record, and 144 points. All right. Memphis, USC, and Utah, ranked 20th, 21st, and 22nd respectively, all dropped from the coaches poll rankings this week. Others receiving votes include Navy with 59 points, USC with 52, Utah 51, Tulane 45, Houston 34, Iowa with 17, James Madison with 9, Iowa State with 9 as well, North Texas and San Diego State both with 4 points. Then you have SMU, UNLV, Washington, and Memphis each getting 3 points. TCU, Pittsburgh, and Boise State with 2 points apiece, and Northwestern getting 1. And that is a look at the Week 9 college football rankings, both the AP Top 25 and the AFCA Coaches Poll, entering Week 9 of the season. I will be back after I upload this video to YouTube with the Week 9 college football television schedule and the announcers for every game this week. Now, this week started yesterday, so we'll run down every game, including yesterday's action, on that video, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off for now. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the pigskin. Peace out.